Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. It's week one. It's the first look. And I'm doing it with my friend, Trevor Hillstrom. I trust in Trevor. Don't you have a draft going on? How'd you fit time in your schedule to do this?
Well, it doesn't seem like I ever stopped drafting, but this is the last one, and I can't wait for it to be over.
How many redraft leagues are you in?
Just home leagues, I'm in about 8, but when you add the NFFC, it's quite a few.
Okay. And then how many DFS lineups will you have every week?
300.
Okay. Give or take 297 or something like that. I got you.
I like to play in that. I like to max out the 50-cent entry for $75. I always play that. So.
Okay. And then what? Don't you do some? And you do other ones though.
Yeah, I dibble and dabble.
Yeah, I know what you do. I know your type. Your type wins too much. Not that you can anybody ever win too much, right?
Right.
So what we do on this show is we take a look at each of the games in the main slate. We talk about them. We see a first look. It's Wednesday, right? We really haven't gone through our process yet, just some ideas. But sometimes the best ideas are the first ones. So Trevor, Miami's playing the Colts, and Miami's had a lot of issues this offseason, especially at running back. Chan's supposed to play. McDaniel's very evasive about Ollie Gordon. Tyreek Hill's been not so healthy. But this game's at 46.5 points. Is this a game you're looking at? Because I see some things in this game. I see a Daniel Jones sighting. I could see Jonathan Taylor. Chan's a good play. Do you like this game at all?
Well, I think Jonathan Taylor's a great play. I don't see how he doesn't rush for over 90 yards and a touchdown. I think he's got to score a touchdown at home. Miami's defense isn't very good. The Colts' offensive line is improved. So, yeah, I like that part. I like a Chan. Somebody's going to come across, Miami has historically been bad against the tight end. This might be a Tyler Warren type of game as well. So there's definitely going to be some points scored in the game, and their price points are low for DFS on the Colts side especially.
Well, look, the Colts side is very cheap. Heat says he loves JT. Nobody will be on him. I think people don't like Taylor, but I think Daniel Jones, Trevor, makes this offense way better. Richardson makes Richardson better, but he doesn't make the rest of the team better.
Oh, yeah. I'd much rather have Daniel Jones. He's not a run-first type quarterback. I mean, he can run, but he's going to look for open guys, and he should find guys like Warren and Pittman. So I like the Colts a lot more than I like the Dolphins side.
Will you play a Chan? I mean, you know what Tua does. Tua throws to this guy 7 times a game. So if he gets 60, 70 yards rushing and he gets another 7 catches, you're looking at 13 points without even the receiving yards.
And that's without a touchdown. So, yeah, a Chan's definitely going to be in play.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at our next game here. What do we have on the schedule? We've got Carolina and Jacksonville. Trevor, I kind of love this game. I really do. I love Brian Thomas Jr. I love Trevor Lawrence. I like Troy McMillan. I can find a lot. Brenton Strange is super cheap. In your first look at this game, what are you doing?
Yeah, I really love this game. I have to love this game because all these players from both these teams are in my redraft leagues. I mean, I've got Thomas, I've got Young, I've got Lawrence. I can name countless teams where I just have Lawrence and Young. So I like Troy McMillan. I think Leggett could be in play. And if we could figure out who's going to run the football for Jacksonville, they would be really good.
Now, he mentions that Strange and Brian Thomas are in a lot of his lineups. Can we run a Jaguar stack, Lawrence, Thomas, Strange, and bring it back with McMillan and feel good about that team?
Oh, I'm going to have a lot of lineups that look just like that.
Yeah, I think I am too.
And their price points are fine. I mean, you got great price points too. Thomas Jr. is, he's probably the most expensive out of them, but I think he's 20 points for sure.
Yeah, I feel like he's a must play for me. I don't know if I could do DFS lineups. I hate to have 100% exposure on somebody, but I think I will be 100%.
Me and you are the only ones that have him on 7th in our board for redraft leagues. And I have him neck and neck with Justin Jefferson. So I think you're getting him at a really good price. I think you're getting a $9,000 player at a bit bargain here.
Now, Danger's piping in. Hopefully he'll be on with us very shortly. He says advanced sims completely off the run backs. Talk to me about that. I have grown up. I mean, I've been in this for a while, right? I've been doing this for a very long time. Run backs were the way we did it. You want to correlate because if that game explodes, you get the benefit of it. But now maybe higher level thinking is saying you don't need to do that. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't seem to work for the lineups that I win. I really haven't had a lot of run backs for the winning lineups I've had. I know we've had a millionaire winner that did. So, I mean, if you get a big high scoring game, it definitely can work for you. But, with a price, a lot of it depends on the price points and where they come in. Now, Jacksonville and Carolina, the way they price, that's a game that could do it, because a lot of times when you're trying to come back with bigger stars, it just doesn't seem to fit your price. You can't fit them all in there.
You said something interesting. When Alicia Hunt, who works over at drroto.com, won, okay? She was in on that Seattle-Detroit game that was in the 40s, right? That game finished like high 80s, low 90s. That made sense. But you've taken down a lot of tournaments, Trevor, right? A lot. I mean, over the past 2 years, you've been literally you've been printing money. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Now, the point being is, if you're telling me that you're not bringing back run backs, do we have to get lucky to win like Alicia did?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's always a little bit of luck involved with this. The more you think you know about the NFL, it's going to come and bite you, and you don't. So, yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved, but you have to have the knowledge of some sort to really put it all together, too. So a lot of times what I do is I like to get my core 3 or 4 guys, and then I make a lot of lineups around that core 4. And a lot of times I'm right on the 4, and, sometimes it hits big, and sometimes I just miss.
We'll talk about that core 4 later. By the way, Eric says Leggett or Pearsall. I'm in on Pearsall, Eric. I can't imagine a world where Pearsall doesn't have a good week this week. Can't imagine it. All right. The Giants against the Commanders. Man, Jaden Daniels feels like a spend up, but it feels like a smart spend. However, the Giants defense is Las Vegas underrating the Giant defense? Or, just work with me here, Trevor, will they put so much pressure on him, he'll have to run, and now we're getting 60, 70 yards from Jaden Daniels rushing?
Well, that's the $1 million question. I could see it going both ways. I could see him struggling this game, and I could see him doing really well. We don't know how well Deebo Samuel is going to perform. I mean, if he comes out and plays well, that's another weapon for him. I don't know if I'm going to play Daniels because I like too many high-priced receivers, and I do like some lower-priced quarterbacks that I think can score 20-plus points. I like Daniels, but if you look at the games last year, I think he had a really good game against the Giants last year, and I think he had a so-so game against them as well. And the Giants should have beat them in Washington last year, but their field goal kicker got hurt. So I actually like the Giants side of the game a little bit more. I like Neighbors. I think.
Do you like the Giants defense? Because he is saying, that he likes 2,300, the Giants defense.
Yeah, they can cause some turnovers and get some sacks. And I'm not a big Washington believer. They had the easiest schedule in football last year. They didn't play many teams with a winning record, although in the playoffs they played pretty well.
Played great.
Right.
I'm going to tell you why I'm staying away from the Daniels. Russell Wilson is not in any rush. The Giants they're not forcing the pace here. This feels like a slog on the Giants side. If that happens and they're running the ball and Wilson's throwing these short passes, is Daniels getting enough plays? I don't know.
I don't know either. And another play I like in this game, if Scadabo is out, especially if Scadabo is out, I like Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah. He's in play.
He's at a low price point. He catches passes. And Washington's not a very good run defense, or hasn't been. And I don't expect them to be that much better this year.
Not without Jonathan Allen.
No.
All right. Arizona against the Saints. Now, there's some plays in this game. I really believe there's some plays in this game. I think Trey McBride is in play. I think James Conner's in play. How is Alvin Kamara not in play? I would think the Arizona Cardinals defense could be in play. I mean, don't think I'm crazy, Trevor. Is Spencer Rattler in play? I mean, could he be dirt cheap and you just like build, maybe you just throw him with Kamara and you build after that? What's your thoughts?
He is in play because, hold on a second, I got to look more in my draft, but he is in play. He scored 12 to 15 points in a lot of games last year, and their offense was depleted. He's got Olavi, he's got Shaheed, he's got a healthy Kamara. He runs the football too. I mean, he can get 30, 40, maybe even 50 yards running the football. Arizona's got to improve defense, but I don't think they're not up with the Broncos or anybody like that yet. But yeah, he's definitely he's a sneaky play. He's one of those sneaky guys that could take down a tournament. Him to Olavi, and you stack him with Olavi and Kamara, and then you can come back with a Marvin Harrison or a Trey McBride.
I mean, he's $4,800, Rattler. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just throwing it out there that it's dirt cheap, and if he gets you 4x, you're in business.
Well, and his price point allows you to stack the rest of your roster too, because you could have 3 wide receivers blow up the slate, and his price point gets you in there. If he's able to even put 15 to 20 points, it can really do well for you.
Now, by the way, JS, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, and we'll talk about that. Joe Flacco is definitely in play this week, 1,000,000%. All right, let's talk about that game. It's Cincinnati and Cleveland. It's the highest point total on the slate at 47.5. Trevor,
Yes.
Let's break this game down. Cincinnati's defense is not great, but Cleveland's offense is not very good. Joe Flacco should throw for 240 yards in this game. You would think Jerry Jeudy would do something. You would think David Njoku would do something. They don't have a great running game here. On the other side, is Jamar Chase worth it? If Cleveland goes in and tries to stop Chase, is T. Higgins interesting? Is Joe Burrow in play? Is Chase Brown, worth it? What are you doing in this game? Because I think this I don't want to say sneaky, because there's nothing sneaky about a Bengals game, but I think there's something sneaky about the Brown side.
Oh, I definitely think there's something sneaky about the Brown side. The Bengals stink against the run. I don't see how Jerome Ford don't have 20 touches in this game. I think he's going to get the bulk of the load at running back. I'm not, we envisioned Joe Flacco from 2 years ago when he played with Cleveland. He looked really good. I mean, he stunk last year with the Colts. He was throwing the guys that were open and throwing the defensive backs. I just don't trust him in this game, even though the Bengals defense is bad. I do like Njoku, though. I think he's going to have a big, he would be the guy that I think would be the best receiver in the passing game, is the tight end. Bengals side, they're high priced. The Browns good after the quarterback. Bengals offensive line isn't very good, but it's hard not to, make a lineup without the Bengals. But if I'm playing 3 lineups like you do, I'm avoiding them. I'm playing 300 lineups. I'm going to have a few,
right? But
I'm not going to feel good about it.
But I think what you just said is very important. Everybody out there needs to be listening. I play 3 entries. I do. I play single entry or 3 max. Trevor plays 150 lineups, 300 lineups this weekend. So I've got to say which are my best 3. He can throw in a little bit of everything, right? And that's the difference when you're playing, MME. All right. Las Vegas against New England. So there are a couple of guys here that I find interesting, Trevor. One is Genty. One is Travion Henderson, who's dirt cheap on both sites. Maybe a little Drake May, Brock Bowers. What are you thinking there?
I'm thinking I got to make a draft pick. Actually, I'm lucky I get to make 2 picks because I'm back to back.
All right, so let's stop. Come on, tell me who's your team. Let's go.
I'm taking Golden, and I'm going to look for a running back here.
What round are you in?
I'm in round 9.
Is Braylon Allen there, or Charbonnet, or anybody like that?
Dobbins was there. I took Dobbins.
I
got Chase Brown, Hampton, Thomas, Worthy, Hawkinson, Ridley, Golden, Dobbins.
All right. Why do people like Dobbins? I don't like Dobbins.
I'm not a big fan of Dobbins, but this is a weird league. These guys just hog running backs right off the bat. So
Got it.
That's why
All
I took Chase Brown with 13. But anyway,
Focus.
we're back to the Raiders and the Patriots.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think about this game. Drake May, Diggs, their price points are low. I don't know how good Diggs is going to be.
What about Henderson?
How much is he going to get the ball? Are they going to give him the full workload? Are they going to work in Stevenson?
Okay, let's assume, let's just work with me. You don't think that Henderson's going to get 5 receptions?
Yeah, he should. I mean, you would think so.
So if he goes 5 for 60, and he could break one at any time, that's 11. That's 11 right there. Now all of a sudden, maybe he gets 30 yards rushing. You're at 14. If he finds the end zone, you're at 20.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, he's definitely a guy of interest because his price point is cheap enough too. I think he's in the 5,300 or 5,500. So he's definitely a man of interest. I mean,
What about
Hunter Henry's an interest too. Who's that?
Ashton Genty.
He's priced top 5. He's the 5th. I think he's the 5th highest priced guy on DK at 7,000. I like him, but I'm not as high on Genty as everybody else. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling I have.
You don't think he's scoring this week?
I don't know. I wouldn't bank on it. He could, but
I think he scores. I think people are underrating how good this guy is.
Yeah, and I could be one of them.
Okay. I mean, what about Brock Bowers? You spending up for Brock Bowers? We didn't talk about McBride. I know we like Njoku. We're in on Njoku. We're in on Brenton Strange. Are you willing to spend more on Bowers and McBride?
No, I'm not. Not in this matchup.
Okay.
No, Bowers is going to put me. If I buy Bowers, it's going to put me out of some of the receivers I like because I love certain receivers this week, and it's going to be hard for me to get off of them.
Okay. All right. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. This is a 47.5 spot, Trevor.
Yeah.
Is this the potential blow-up game of the week with two defenses that maybe really aren't that great? And let me talk about the Buccaneers for a second. That is a concentrated offense. Baker, Irving, Evans, Egbuka, right there. And Atlanta, you got Penix, Bijan, London, maybe Pitts. It is very concentrated. You know where the points are coming from. Thoughts?
Like all those guys, I really love London and Egbuka in this game. I mean, I'm going to have them in a lot of lineups along with Brian Thomas. So, yeah, I really like that side of it. Bijan, Tampa's really good against the run, but Vita Veda's getting a little bit older. But Robinson can do it all with receiving. Mooney's not going to be in, I don't think. So I think they're going to throw the running back quite a bit. So Robinson, I don't think he's going to have a lot of rushing yards, but he can make that all up just receiving. So I like a lot of the players from that game as well. I like Evans too.
Do you like I really like Trevor, do you like Bucky Irving?
I'm okay with Irving. He's not high on my list, but he probably does score. There's just so many good. I think this is going to be a really high scoring week. So you're going to really need guys that catch passes, get in the end zone. Them are the type of players you're going to need.
Welcome, Jonny Danger. Glad to have you with us.
Finally made it to the hotel room, Doc. I'm here. I made it.
Well, Trevor's in the middle of a draft, so he's bouncing in and out.
Well, I'm also in the middle of a draft, so between the three of us, maybe we'll get this done.
I'm the only one not drafting, and I'm usually the one drafting. So let me ask you this: crazy? It's like bizarro world over here.
Yep.
Do you like this game? Do you like this Tampa Atlanta game?
Yeah, I mean, I still love this Tampa offense. I like everything about it. I'm really excited to see the rookie wide receiver. I'm interested. I like this game.
Okay, here's a question. This guy is going to be highly rostered. Are we talking 25%? I mean, he's cheap. People know him. He went to Ohio State. It's not like this is a guy we don't know. Danger, the Sims saying to play him, or are they saying to run?
Let me pull him up here. But the Evans stack with him is the number 3 highest rated scoring sim for me right now.
So we're talking Baker, Egbuka, and Evans together, correct, or Bucky?
Correct. All right, let me load the old machine here for the first time this year. I like it. $4,600. He is the highest ranked player in the Sims, below $5,400. So he is an absolute value in the Sims.
Who's this? I mentioned it.
Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, jeez.
Danger, what's the number one combination this week? Is it
The number one stat combination is no surprise. It's Joe Burrow, Chase, and Higgins. But it does list a lot of different variations. And 3 of the top 7 stacks are Jaden Daniels and various different people with him. And I honestly, I love it. I don't think I can go away from it. They don't have any clue what they're doing in the running game on that team. It's going to be throw, Jaden, run.
All right. So do they have them with the Daniels with Debo and McLaurin? What do they have? Daniels and Eckler? What do they have?
So they got Daniels, McLaurin, Debo. They've got McLaurin, Ertz. They've got Debo, Ertz. They love every combination of Jaden and his pass catchers and fading the running backs altogether.
I will say about that game, too, if Daniels gets time, I mean, the Giants secondary can get cooked.
Oof,
I mean, that's
sure.
Their secondary is brutal. They have to rely on their front 7 to get to him. So if he gets the time, I wouldn't play any running backs from Washington either. There's not one I would play.
Pittsburgh and the Jets. I mean, this could just be ugly. I don't see much here. Would you spend up for the Pittsburgh defense, guys?
Sure.
Okay. Is there any other player in this game? I don't think Jalen Warren. I don't think any Justin Fields in a revenge narrative. Is anybody buying that?
Or Aaron Rodgers in a revenge narrative.
I'm not buying either of them. Right.
No, I can't do it.
All right, I'll let this one go. Okay. This one's interesting. San Francisco against Seattle. This game is only at a 43.5. However, McCaffrey feels to be the one guy you must have on this slate, right? There's Brian Robinson Jr. I'm not sure he's that impressive. Garendo's hurt. Jordan James is hurt. Danger, do we have to play McCaffrey?
I mean, it's very rare in these sims to see anybody over like 10 to 12% prediction of the top finish of the week, and it's just shy of 20% for McCaffrey. I actually think there's a case to fade him because I think he's going to be highly owned, and I think people are going to ignore the 49ers passing team because, they're without Ayuk and Jennings is banged up, and all they've got is Pearsall and Kittle. I think there's some sharp plays to avoid CMC and play the passing game there, but if I'm doing 10 lineups, probably 6 of them are going to have CMC because, I love my sims, and 20% chance of highest scoring player, that's crazy.
Trevor, are we getting too cutesy by not playing McCaffrey?
No, I don't think so. I think the Seattle Seahawks defense is going to be really, really good. So, but once again, though, McCaffrey, he'll probably catch 5-6 balls at least. He gets in the end zone.
Out of 300 lineups, what percentage has McCaffrey?
Out of how many?
Out of your 300 lineups, how many will have McCaffrey?
10%.
Only 10?
Only 10.
Wow. Does that shock you, Danger? He's fading.
No. I think he's going to be highly owned. Obviously he's the only one in the ceiling range of 40 points outside of quarterbacks, right? So, I think that you can play him. I think if I was playing 150 lineups, I would be closer to 10% than 50%.
Heat says that Kenneth Walker can get 2 touchdowns in this game. Agree or
Kenneth
disagree?
Walker has a history of destroying my Niners.
Right.
However, we got our defensive coordinator back. Things are looking up there on the defense in San Fran.
All right. Denver against Tennessee. I think another very popular play is going to be Denver's defense. They're expensive, but is this a good – I don't like spending up on defense. Trevor, do you spend up on defense ever? And if so, is this week the week to do it?
Yeah, I do spend up on defense sometimes, and I think this is a great spot. Tennessee, rookie quarterback, hostile environment. I don't like to bring up too much preseason. I watched Tennessee starting offense play for a quarter and a half against Minnesota Scrubs. They stunk. I don't know how they're going to move the ball in Denver.
Danger, would you pay up for defense, or do you prefer the cheap defenses?
I usually build everything first, and I'll talk to Heat and I'll find out which one of the bottom dwellers I'm going to go with. And right now it looks like I'll start builds with the Giants. And then I'll pick my plays, and if I have room to move up, I'll move up. But I do Pittsburgh showed us quite a few times last year. Denver showed us quite a few times. 20 points out of your defense sets you apart.
All right. Eric asked us a question here. He said he took Hampton at the 3-3. Is that too aggressive? No, it's exactly where you should be taking him.
Love it.
Not aggressive at all.
I actually just took Hampton in the draft I'm doing right now, and I got him at 3-9.
There you go.
I was
All right.
one spot from getting him at 4-12.
Woo. Detroit against Green Bay. This is a 47.5 spot. Is this an underrated play? Because people are not thinking Detroit on the road, maybe not so high scoring. But remember, there's always that late game hammer. Trevor, is this the late game hammer that we have to have? And if so, which side is it? Is it Gibbs? Is it Josh Jacobs? What's the side you want in this game?
I'm definitely off Josh Jacobs, that's for sure. I'm going to be on Gibbs. I'm going to be on Laporta. I'm going to be on Jameson Williams. I'm going to fade St. Brown. On the Packers side, I'm going to go with, I don't know what to expect from the Packers offense. I don't know who's going to come. Is Dobbs going to be the guy? Is Golden going to be the guy? Is Jaden Reed even going to play? He's banged up. I just don't like the running game against Detroit. Detroit's play improved over the run over the last couple of years. I don't think Jacobs has had very many good games against Detroit in the last season. I kind of like the Packers to find a way to win the game, as much as I hate to admit that. But I don't think it's the afternoon hammer. Where are the late games? Is Miami and the Colts the late game?
No, that's an early game.
There was one game the Seattle
San Francisco
49ers game. But yeah, I just like both defenses from Detroit and Green Bay. And Detroit improved their secondary, and they can get after the passer. Love sometimes can make mistakes, and Detroit's got some problems on their offensive line. They replaced 2 linemen, including their center. So,
Danger, what are you doing here? I think the Packers are sneaky this week. I just feel they're sneaky and maybe Tucker Kraft is a little sneaky. Nobody's talking about him. If you don't have Jaden Reed and Golden is still a rookie, Kraft could be interesting. What do you think, Danger? What do you like in this game?
I don't know how much I do like this game, Doc, to be honest. I want to see what Detroit does before I invest a lot of money in them. I'm worried about their O-line. I'm worried about Campbell forcing his new offensive coordinator to get cute when he doesn't have the ability that Ben Johnson had. I put a bet about a month ago before the news of the defensive linebacker that went over there that Green Bay would win this division. I think Detroit takes a step back this year, and I got to see him before I invest it.
Why does Vegas have this at 47.5?
I don't know. I'm with Trevor. I'm not in on Jacobs. The first 12 games of the season, they were the lowest scoring red zone running offense in the league. They passed the ball, and I think they go back to it.
All right, let's take a look at one more here. Houston against the Rams. There's a couple of names in this game. And Trevor, you mentioned some receivers. Are Puka Nacua or Nico Collins in your core?
they're not in my core. I do have interest in Nico. I don't have any interest in Puka. But I do like Nico somewhat. If they can get time, that's another team that builds on the pass rush. If Stroud can somehow get time, I mean, he's going to find Nico down the field. So,
but will he get time with a makeshift offensive line that's never met each other until 3 weeks ago?
That's true. So I think this is going to be a low scoring game. I'm not high on it at all. I don't know. I've just been off on Puka this whole offseason. I'm just not in on him. Granted, he's another guy that can get peppered with targets. But Adams is there. But you know what? The Rams are going to have to throw the football. I don't think they're going to run the ball down the Texans' throat. So,
Danger, what are you doing here? He mentioned the Rams were not very good against tight ends last year. Dalton Schultz is there. There's no real second receiver. I feel like this game has stay away from me, but I could be convinced to play Nico.
I mean, Nico's an absolute bona fide stud when he's healthy, 100%. I feel like we waited for Schultz and something else out of that offense all year last year, and it never happened. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in Chubb, but he might be overplayed for the talk about him. But if he's
maybe
like
on FanDuel, not on
10%,
DK.
what is that?
Maybe on FanDuel. I don't know him on DK.
Yeah, maybe on FanDuel. Yeah, I like Nico. Nico's about it that I like here. I don't like anything besides maybe Kyron and on the other side. I don't like this game.
What about the Rams defense? Houston's offensive line not good. Are the Rams defense sneaky?
I could get behind some sacks on Stroud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they can definitely get some sacks. I mean, they can cause some turnovers too. So yeah.
All right, let's do a stack and let's do a core four. All right. So Trevor, is there a stack that you are leaning to this week? Which is your favorite?
Well, I'm doing Lawrence and Thomas. I didn't put Strange in there because I found Njoku to get in there, and that was really it. I'm not really doing a whole stack, but you could put Strange in there.
All right, Danger. What are you doing?
I mean, I think I already told you I'm all in on the Washington variations. They don't have a running game. I think they're going to have to throw. I love Jaden Daniels.
If you were doing a single entry, you're doing Daniels with whom?
I am probably going Terry for sure, and I might not go anyone else.
Okay.
If I double stack, it might be Ertz because I think people will be overly invested in Debo.
Okay. I like Tampa a lot. I don't think Atlanta's much better, and I feel like it's such a core right now. It's Bucky, it's Evans, it's Ibuka, and Baker. There's nothing else. There's not Rashad White. I don't trust Kate Otten. This feels like a layup to me, and I hate when it feels like a layup because there's something stinky there. But if I can go like Baker, Irving, Ibuka, bring it back with Drake London, even though the Sims don't like correlation plays anymore, Drake London's going to get 10 targets.
Yeah, and I'll clarify that, Doc. I know I was trying to get to the hotel and get checked in here. So the chatter is basically that it's become mainstream, right, to do a stack, a double stack, a run back in some of these huge GPPs. And so if everybody's doing it, you got to take a deeper look at it. And the discussion was going back and looking at a lot of success and return on investment lineups. And they're just saying that, they feel like trying to force a run back, trying to force that in and overlooking a similar play at the same price with higher return of value was happening a lot, and that the sharper players are going to move away from the run backs.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, before we let you guys go, Trustin Trevor play of the week. Who is it?
It's Brian Thomas Jr.
It is Brian Thomas Jr. Danger. Who's the dangerous pick of the week?
Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go with the formula I did last year until proven wrong. Anyone against Jacksonville, let's go Tet McMillan.
Yeah, I like to try McMillan a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. For me, I'm trying to decide. I think it's got to be Achane. I mean, Tua just is going to go to him. I don't know whether Ollie Gordon's ready. There's no Wright. How does Achane not get 70 yards rushing and another 8 catches for 70 yards? How am I not looking at 22 points? I mean, I should not be fading a guy that could be 30 points this week.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in a spot because I think they're going to have to throw. I do like Jonathan Taylor a lot as well. Maybe they won't get many chances with the football because I think Taylor's going to run the ball down their throat.
I think so too. Miami's in big trouble this year. I think Mike McDaniel might be the first dude fired.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it. This was the first look. So what are we going to do? On Friday night, it's Friday Night Lights. So you know that with Willie Walls and the great Swami Odell Blocker, and Danger can make it when he's not in the hotel room with his radio station behind him. And then, of course, Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., I'm on Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio. And Sunday, the Discord at drroto.com. We're there from 10:30 to right about noon answering all your questions. So for Trevor Hillstrom and Jonny Danger, this is Dr. Roto saying be well and take care. How do I get this to work?
You click end.
I did.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.